Yeah.
Is there a forfeit button for like Chelsea? Straight
red.
Save all the accommodation, the flight, everything. Just walk over, you know.
That wasn't a red, that wasn't a yellow. It is Champions League week. Welcome to the Football Kaki. I am your host, Eldet, and I am joined by my fellow Kaki bros, Paul and Jordan. How you guys doing, boys?
Awesome.
Tired, but not too bad because of the long weekend. Yeah.
I mean, the long weekend caught up on rest. I was able to play like a few games. Caught up my F1. I restarted F1 career mode, bro. I go drive for Alfa Romeo. I won one race.
Alfa Romeo.
I won one race, right? Then them said I get pole position 2 times, right? Then after I get pole position, right, I ended up 5th both times. The car too slow, bro.
Right.
Then how both of you your long weekend?
Good. I went to the mommy's market. I don't know why.
Expecting
that place.
What's the mommy's market, sir?
The baby fair. I have no baby and I went there.
You preparing, bro? Preparing.
No, I go there to meet, like, and pop by to say hi to one of my
I thought you were going to meet, like, mothers.
No, I thought you were gonna take a detour to my house and try the then play PS5. Then I was like, hey, what doing?
PS5 is own, right?
Yeah, the PS5 on own, but he haven't do on monitor. He be on TV.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, Josh, how you feeling? Yesterday?
Oh, it was fun. It was a fun match. Yeah, was intense match. Yeah, end-to-end stuff. I liked it though. Yeah.
I was watching as a neutral. Wow. I gotta say, I think it's the match of the season so far.
Might be. But the Rams still saves though towards the end of the game. Wow, brother.
It's like watching a World Cup final. Then you see all the saves all.
Yeah, and the intensity, bro.
Yeah,
it was so funny when you see the Liverpool fans. Like, they get riled up, bro. Wow.
No, but it's like those type of things where if let's say you beat City like next week, right? Is it against next week? Or in the next week?
A few weeks down the road.
A few weeks down the road.
Game.
Yeah. So if let's say you beat City, right? I will confidently say that Rams still won you all the league. Yeah, because
I don't think so, bro.
No, but I mean, like, if let's say based on that situation, because if you imagine, right, it's still a 6-point gap. If it would have been worse, it would have been 4 points. If let's say they lost, it would have been worse because they would have dropped 2.
But as what I mentioned to Paul,
they did drop 2, bro.
No, it would have been 5 points. 5 point gap. 5 point gap. Sorry.
Yeah. So the road to Man City is literally the league final game to decide who win the title.
That one I will be observing as a neutral.
Yeah.
We will be observing as
as a neutral.
It's like I think it's a cup final game already. It's like Arteta have to throw everything in.
Have to.
I think like if you were both managers, you have to prioritize that game. 100%.
But the game, Jordan, speaking from a title race, we watched so many years, right? Even as a neutral fan, right? Like, even this is the period where I think City will pick up the pace.
Yeah, I think so.
They will not lose a lot of games, but I think the ball is round. We will see.
Yeah, let's hope some destroyer underdogs.
Nottingham Forest.
but I mean, like you that match is super critical because we title situation like I think that the past few years, if I'm not wrong, it's whoever loses that game ends up not winning the title. Yeah, like I think that time Liverpool and Man City they drew, right, when Liverpool was supposed to win last year. Or did Liverpool lost?
No, last year Man City won quite easily, right? It's only a few seasons back.
No, because there was one where it was quite a close fight. Then
the one that's where there was one. Is it the Steven Gerrard time? They won the game, but then they faltered at Crystal Palace or something.
Yeah. They won the
City game. Yeah.
They won the City game, right? Then they lost to Chelsea. Then they faltered at Crystal Palace.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So you can win a crucial game, but if you choke somewhere, then
yeah. But I mean, like this, all for the title race experience. If you all don't win now, right? I also don't know what to say, bro. Like to be frank, when the first goal went in, right? I was resigned to the fact Arsenal's going to win.
Yeah. I was telling you that if this kind of goal go in, is Arsenal's.
I was like, it's like a FIFA goal. The guy fall over, right? The ball roll in, and just roll into the net. I got nothing to say, bro. I like, huh?
Yeah.
Nothing. Okay, but that's all we're gonna talk about. In the end, right, the result was 2-2 lah. So today, this week's episode, right, we're gonna talk about the champions, the UEFA Champions League. The UEFA Champions League quarterfinal lah. So just a disclaimer, for Football Kaki, we always release our videos every Wednesday morning, 8 a.m. lah. So by the time we release this particular videos, two of the games will have been played, which will be the Benfica and Inter Milan plus the Man City Bayern already lah. So what we're going to do today is we're going to go through each individual game, do a quick summary, and then of course we're going to do our score prediction lah. Whether or not we get it correct, whether there's a consequence, we will update you on sometime lah. We will see, but we are just going to have a discussion about the teams, and then of course the score prediction from all three of us. Then we will see and wrap it up, and then the following episode we'll do a Champions League match review, and then the predictions for the second leg. So for the next 2 weeks, it's just Champions League for everybody lah. So we're going to have a good time. Okay, so with that, let's get into the Champions League discussion. Okay, so the first game we're going to talk about, and must understand that this is not in the sequence of the actual match being played. It's just what we think is the games of importance and games that we think are going to be the ones that are going to be interesting to talk about. So the first game we're going to talk about, right, is I think probably the most one-sided prediction I think all of us are going to have. It is Real Madrid versus Chelsea.
Yeah.
Is there a forfeit button for like Chelsea? Straight rate. Save all the accommodation, the flight, just walk over,
I don't want to be mean to any Chelsea fan, right? But you all got no chance lah. Like 100%. There's no way Frank Lampard is gonna beat Carlo Ancelotti and Real Madrid lah. There's no way. But why do we think that is not going to be the case? So I'm going to leave it to both of you, right? Then I will leave my points for the last. Jordan, why is it that you think that is going to be likelihood going to be Real Madrid victory?
Okay, first I want to say it's stupid of Chelsea to get back this Frank Lampard. I don't know. It's a backward decision though to sack Potter and then hire this Lampard. I made my mention before. He sucked more than Potter.
Yes.
Yeah. Then he did nothing to rescue the match in the Premier League. The match that they just lost. Yeah. And then position wise, okay. It's only Cucurella is always the case. And he didn't mention Cucurella is the player that he's supposed to watch out for, and he still put him at the starting lineup. I don't know why.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Like, they beat Dortmund in the last round, but it was still one of those things where I think it was a one-off incident. So I won't really delve into that. It already happened. So Paul, what's your thinking? Why do you think Chelsea likely don't have a chance?
Let's not talk about Chelsea. Let's just focus on how Real Madrid, like the number one club to not face in UEFA Champions League.
Yes.
Okay, so the only reason I can think of, right, why Real Madrid will go all out and win, right, is because they are, I think, more or less out of the La Liga race already. So they will divert all their attention now to winning another UEFA Champions League.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah.
Maybe this
and
help.
it's like you don't want to play Real Madrid like in UEFA Champions League.
No, you just don't.
It's just something about them.
It's like when you think, I think
it's like the boss level,
It's come to a point where all of us, when we think about Champions League, we automatically think Real Madrid, especially their form in the tournament in the past 10 years. Plus, who's not to say that they're not going to be within a shot of winning back to back, because they've already done it before. So
they want back to back, right?
They want back to back, and they're the only club
1 year gap and then win again, right?
And they win again, right? So the thing, and they did it right with after CR7, after Sergio Ramos. So it's not saying that the squad is not good enough to win. The squad definitely good enough to win. And I do agree that they are already 12 points behind in the La Liga race. I think with 10 games left, with 10 games left, right, and Barcelona have a game in hand, there's no point in them chasing for the league title already. So I agree that Chelsea got no chance. And it's the type of situation where Chelsea, right, is you sack Potter, right? Hopefully you get Lampard in, who, like Jordan mentioned, there is actually no difference if you were to put Frank Lampard and Graham Potter, essentially, right? And then Frank Lampard's first game back, he also lose. So technically, no difference lah. So I think, right, all three of us agree that it's a shoe-in for Real Madrid to win, right?
Yeah.
My money's on them,
Okay, my money's on them.
No, my money is on AOS.
Any other score?
Yeah, 6 goal and above, man. Aggregate 12-0.
Okay, what's the predictions?
3-0.
3-0 Real Madrid. 3-0 Real Madrid. That's for Paul. Jordan?
4-0, man.
Wow. Wow, really?
Cucurella.
Oh, you know what's another scary thing?
What?
You don't want to let Real Madrid concede first.
Yeah. No, they
conceded 2 against Liverpool, right? And then they over them 5, yeah.
Either way, right? Like, to me, like, as a neutral, Chelsea is done for, You score first, Real Madrid will come back. You concede first, right? You also gonna get hammered.
Okay, but I just want to point out, for the past few Kaki episodes, whatever we say, it will not come true.
Okay, I change.
Or like some certain things we say, then suddenly the club that we hate on become very good. Right. Remember? Everton.
No, correct. But the thing is that you must understand, right? We did say something about Chelsea, right? Then Chelsea started turning on, right? Then after it just did a fall backwards.
Okay, but we did say that Potter will get sacked, so yes.
Yes. So
what's credible?
Correct. Okay. So Jordan is Paul is 3-0. Jordan is 4-0.
Wait, I want to change 4-1.
Okay. There's no away goal though.
Okay.
4-1 nice one, huh?
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go easy. I'm just gonna go 2-0. I just go 2-0 because Chelsea will have some sort of like fight in them. They wanna prove themselves. But it will be tricky lah.
Okay.
It'll be tricky. Alright, next game. We're gonna talk about Benfica versus Inter Milan. Inter's form of late has been quite questionable. They've only won 1-6. And Benfica has been pretty okay the past few games. So key injuries for Benfica is more Guedes is injured and Drexler's also injured, right? But I think for Milan is Skriniar's injured. Skriniar's injured, and I think Kalanogu's also injured. So for this game, my boys, who do you think will actually head up? Because I find this is going to be quite tight. Even though most of us will give the edge to Inter.
I think you got to go with the Italian team in terms of like, because they have Lautaro, Lukaku, Dzeko.
Yeah.
Their defense is not bad lah. Because even if they don't have Skriniar, they still have Bastoni.
Yep.
What's his name? Damian, right?
Yeah.
Matteo Damian, yeah. But their midfield is good lah. I like their midfield, like Barella and Çalhanoğlu.
Yep. Yeah. But Çalhanoğlu's injured from what I know.
It's okay. Barella, bro.
Oh, Benfica got Julian Drexler, but he's injured.
Yeah. So for Benfica, Gonzalo Guedes is injured. So his likelihood is going to be David Neres and Rafa Silva.
Yeah, but I think they're just very lucky. They're just very lucky that no big team was drawn on in this side of the draw, you know.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah.
And I mean, you always give the edge to the series, to the bigger leagues over smaller cup teams lah. But you never know whether an upset could be pulled apart. But I do think that in terms of just overall depth of squad and squad strength, I think Inter will push through. But I don't think it will be like as one-sided as one-sided lah. As one-sided lah. So George, what do you think?
Scoreline or
no? Your overall stance on both teams?
Yeah, I mean on paper Inter definitely looks stronger. And then Benfica, as what Paul mentioned, they have they are lucky enough to be in a relatively easy group lah.
Yep.
Yeah, but I would think that Benfica surely will put up fight and give some hard time for Inter. So yeah, I do believe Benfica to have a chance though.
I think so also, because honestly,
Yeah.
Benfica's squad is not say bad. It's a decent squad. To be able to get to a quarterfinal of a Champions League, you have to be a decent squad in general, but it's more or less whether the class and the capability of the players will outweigh the actual talent on one side of the field. So with that, I think let's just go to match predictions. So Paul, what's your prediction?
They're like an Inter 2-1.
Inter 2-1. George, your prediction?
The opposite way though.
Ooh.
Yeah, Benfica 2-1.
It'd be nice to see Benfica.
I would like that. I would like that lah. Then Benfica's playing home though.
Yeah, Benfica is home, so that's why.
Draco Stadium, is it? And that's Porto, right?
No. The Benfica is Stadium of Light.
Stadium Light. That sounds like Sunderland.
Yeah, but they both have the same.
They both have the same.
Oh.
So it's quite cool that they both have the same but honestly the Benfica Stadium of Light looks better than the Sunderland one. So I won't say anything like that. Okay, so George, your prediction was 2-1 Benfica, right? Then Paul's was 2-1 Inter. Okay, mine is 1-0 Inter. 1-0 Inter lah.
1-0.
1-0 Inter Milan. Okay, so that is it for this prediction of Benfica versus Inter Milan. Now the third game. All Serie A, all Italian club quarterfinal.
Nice.
It is
like this.
Napoli versus AC Milan. Now
I think it'll be a damn interesting game.
Yeah, Napoli versus AC Milan. Sorry, it's Milan Napoli lah. Milan is playing home. It's going to be an interesting game, right? Considering the fact that just last week or about the beginning of April Milan beat Napoli 4-0.
Why they got Kaka 0 for this?
No, yeah. They were in the stadium.
But still, bro, you lose 4-0.
Yeah, actually, they lose both home and away to Milan.
No. Napoli won. Napoli won one game. Yeah. Napoli won 2-1, I think. If I'm not wrong, the first game.
Oh.
Yeah, so they are head-to-head 1-1.
How did they do in the league? 1-1.
They won 2-1 in the league. Napoli in September. Then after that, Milan won 4-0 like recently.
Oh yeah,
but
actually, it all depends on who is playing and who is fit. Right.
Correct.
Yeah.
But the thing is, Osimhen injured, bro.
Their star player is injured.
Yes, Osimhen is injured, and it's questionable. It's questionable whether you play. But you have a muscle tear. I don't think you're going to be playing.
Can he play second leg? Maybe.
Don't know yet because his return is questionable. There's a question mark.
They just gotta pray they can tahan and get through to the next round. Then he come back. Right.
Correct. Because regardless of whether it's a minor tear or a major tear, right, it's still a muscle tear. So it's still going to be.
They have the other guy also, the Kvaratskhelia guy.
Yeah, he's good, right?
He's damn good, bro.
Yeah.
He's good, He's good. So I think, right. Okay, I look at it this way. I don't know what you think. Do you think the 4-0 actually will...
50-50 game.
It's very 50-50, but do you think the 4-0 will actually play into the psyche of both clubs? Because I asked both of you, I asked Paul first. Your Milan, right, you're going into this Champions League one, you're quite far behind the league, right? So you definitely, if let's say you see this, you might prioritize putting the Champions League first, man.
You will go all out for this, for sure.
Yeah.
Correct. And you psychologically know that you can beat Napoli already because you just did it.
And you are considered a UEFA Champions League giant,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
they have the number 5 on their batch or something.
And got Giroud some more.
Yeah, versus Napoli. Yeah. So it's like psychologically, how big do you think an advantage is? Because it's just recently I beat you 4-0.
Yeah, so they definitely know they can do it again. So, but on the other hand, also Napoli can say, okay, this is our chance to right our wrongs from that 4-0 game.
I agree.
So I really think it's going to be very tight. But you cannot discredit that the fact that Napoli is like 16 points ahead or 14 points ahead in the league. So that has to stand for something as well. I'm going to call it, it's very 50-50 to me. Yeah, but let's see how it goes.
They are 16 points ahead.
16, right? Yeah.
Actually, this Milan squad also look quite
solid.
Tasty.
Yeah.
Again, tasty.
Tasty. So anytime you refer to AC Milan, right, it's just
got
tasty.
Sandro Tonali, the Bakayoko, Brahim Diaz.
Rebic.
Yeah. Then defensive side got Theo Hernandez, all this Florenzi. Yeah. Some of Sergino Dest also inside.
Yeah, he's on loan. He's on loan from
Yeah.
He's alone. But they played Calabria during the last one. They didn't play Dest though. They didn't play Dest. Plus the game the 4-0 right, Rafael Lea was on fire. He scored 2 goals.
Yeah, and the fact that you can. How long has it been ever since you heard AC Milan is playing competitively in the
quarterfinal of Champions League, right? It's been a super long time. So for Milan side is Kalulu is injured. That's the only one, which is the centre back. But you got Tomori and Simon Kjaer, right?
Kjaer, yeah.
Kjaer, right? I'm sorry if I mispronounced his name wrong. Kjaer. So I think they are fine. Plus you got Mainan in goal. That one already says for a lot. So predictions, boys?
Draw. First leg draw.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, score?
Italian side like to defend. I think 0-0. 0-0. I think maybe you might not want to watch the game.
George?
I say draw.
You also draw?
No.
Milan
Just give Milan 2-1.
Oh, you're going Milan.
Milan 2-1.
Milan.
Because they got no Aussie man.
Yeah. And I am going also Milan. I think I will probably go Milan 2-1 also. As much as they defend, I don't think it will be a clean sheet. Just got this feeling.
Bro, Napoli got the best Asian defender. The Kim Min-jae, bro. You got hear what Mourinho talk about him, right?
Yeah, I know.
Mourinho scouted him when he was in Spurs.
I know, bro, but
and he could have bought him for 500k, I think.
Correct, but that Kim Min-jae also let in 4 goals.
It's not just him, I said the whole team.
The whole team. So it's that's the thing, right? I don't think it will be as bad, but I do think that Milan will win 2-1. 2-1. Just the feeling. That's just the feeling that I got, because they also want to prove that they're going to get back in the Champions League. Okay, so that is it for our predictions of Milan versus Napoli. Now, the last game, the one that everybody has been eyeing, I think is the highlight of the entire quarterfinal. It is Manchester City versus Bayern Munich. Now, for this one, right, I must highlight this. We were checking everything, right, and the head-to-head between Tuchel and Pep, regardless of club, is that Pep has won 5 games, Tuchel has won 3, and they have drawn 2. But we must highlight, one of the games that Tuchel won was a Champions League final. So that one is a key thing, right? Is a key thing. But I want to say this thing. He won using a Chelsea squad that we thought was like okay. It's pretty much the same squad as the existing Chelsea squad with a few minor changes. But what do you think is key points for this game? Because it's not. I won't say there is more club versus club. I think it's manager versus manager. It's tactician versus tactician. This one is a tactical battle to see who is gonna win.
Can Cancelo play?
He should be able to.
Yeah. That's no clause.
How do you play against your parent club? He's on loan, bro.
He's on loan or he's sold?
He's sold or what?
Loan or with the option to buy?
I thought he's sold.
No, he's on loan.
We check.
Okay,
now.
But either way, I feel it's a tough game.
No, this one is hard.
But there's Haaland. Haaland loves to score against Bayern, right?
Cancelo can play.
He can play?
Can play.
What kind of rule is that, ja?
I think the loan thing only applies to
domestic football.
Or English football.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because he's they are registered under the maximum of 3 new players during the winter. So he is technically a registered player, so he can play. Wow, that one important.
Yeah, if you don't have Cancelo, I think tough.
That one important. Then Cancelo right back. Okay, so this one's gonna be hard. Sorry, Paul, for interrupting. Continue, please.
I think, I was saying Haaland loves to score against Bayern, right? And I think Man City will win. I think they have to do it. Pep is this is the thing that's missing in his trophy cabinet, right?
But also
Man City.
But also to think of Man City's defense, they do not have a proper full back. Now they had to adapt to play 3.
Ake, Diaz, and Stones, right?
Ake, Diaz, and Akanji. All Stones are.
That is still solid, though. I think.
Yeah.
And
the thing is that you're playing against. You're playing
against a team that Mane is not even on form.
Yeah, you're playing against Sané. You're playing against Mane
All
got
the ex Man City players playing
Yeah
against them. Sane, Cancelo.
No, but you're playing against like Muller, the attack lah. So it's going to be Muller, Mane, Choupo-Moting.
Okay, but City's playing home, right?
City's playing home.
I think
home.
if City want to win this,
No, they have to win at home.
no, if they want to win, they want to advance, right? They need to smash them at home.
Yes,
Like at least 4-0 that kind.
but it's not going to happen
Yeah.
Okay, maybe they'll win, but it won't be a thrashing.
You going City
I'm going
Over Bayern.
City. I think City, bro. You see their form the past few weeks, no? You see how Grealish has been playing, bro. I think Grealish is finally, you can say, Grealish
And plus, Tuchel is
starting
still
to-
fine-tuning the best way possible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's okay. I get what you mean because technically, even though it is Tuchel and it is Tuchel versus Pep, right? Tuchel has only been in charge of Bayern for like only 1-2 weeks only. So it's also a thing where can the Bayern players adapt quickly enough to Tuchel's style of play and standing and what they require to do lah. So I think in terms of attack, they are pretty similar.
Yeah.
I don't think they are. I think this is the most evenly matched among the four lah.
Definitely, bro.
Definitely,
Yeah,
bro. This is so tight.
Each squad has their flaws, but their match is going to be tight and it's going to be quite exciting. What do you think each club needs to do to win? Is it going to be those type of situations where it's first to blink?
Okay, first, I must say that I think Tuchel really need help from Cancelo and Sane to dig out how Pep gonna play about with all these players that they have and all this. Then
But if they have if that Jamal Musiala plays well, he can feed the Choupo-Moting.
Correct. Plus, I also think that like the midfield is also depending on what midfield are they playing. If they're playing 4-3-3 or they're playing 4-2-3-1 for Bayern, right? It also depends also.
Goretzka,
Kimmich and Musiala ma. So it means that one of the, either that or the Muller or the
4-2-3-1,
or the Muller will be sacrificed. I mean, if they're playing 4-3-3. But highly unlikely, I think they'll play 4-2-3-1. So
they always play 4-2-3-1.
If they play
Muller will
4-2-3-1,
start?
that's the thing. I don't know. It's either
Muller is the one is one of the key players, I think.
Yeah,
I think
somehow he always performs, right?
but I don't think he can perform as good last time from the start. I think now he's more of the cameo type because of his age.
That's right, because I am thinking, right, wouldn't you go with Musiala?
Yeah, we'll go with Musiala.
As in, the game against PSG, I think Muller played cam, then Musiala played left wing. Because Mane wasn't there.
Yeah, correct. Then Choupo-Moting played striker.
Yep, and he scored. Hey, Choupo-Moting was solid backup plan, bro.
It was.
Can argue he better than Whitehorse.
I no comment. But so I look at it this way, I think the key thing was basically who's gonna break down who first. Because I mean, Man City in terms
both
of
defense good.
Both defense are good, but I think it's a midfield battle already. And
both midfield also good.
No, correct. But the thing is that it's like Man City is going to likelihood gonna do their best to keep the ball. Then Bayern have to either counter or they have to hold up. Which Bayern definitely can do counter attack, 100% can do. We've seen it done before lah. So boys, predictions?
Man City.
No hesitation. Okay, what's the score?
3-1, 2-1 maybe. Yeah, I think 3-1.
3-1 3-1. Jordan?
Same thought as Paul. 3-1 to Man City. Yeah. Although I hope Man City to continue in this tournament so that they can make all the focus in this.
Jordan got the hidden agenda.
Okay, I'm going Bayern. I'm going Bayern 2, Man City 2. I think it's a draw.
Draw, okay.
I think it's a draw.
That's a fair judgment.
I think it's going to be 2-2, right? It's not going to be. It's going to be a tight game, but I think there'll be goals lah. So I think it's going to be 2-2 lah. Then second leg will play out in Allianz Arena lah. All right, so that is it, boys. Are you happy with your predictions?
Yeah. I'm good.
Relatively okay. We will see what happens. In the next week when we run through the first leg and we predict the second leg, we will decide whoever gets the closest scoreline prediction in totality, right, will win something lah. Ken?
Oh,
we
wow.
decide on the price. We decide on the price over the weekend.
Biscoff McFlurry.
Biscoff McFlurry no more already, bro.
Have. I just had it, bro, that day.
I thought no more already.
2 days ago I had it. Yeah.
I think because when I went down, I think it was the new McFlurry already. I didn't
The
see the
watermelon
Biscoff
one.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Never mind. We will decide on the price another time. Then we will also throw this out for everybody to see who is gonna win what. All right. So that is it for our predictions. And yes, that's it. Yeah. All right, so that is it for this week's episode of the Football Kaki, brought to you by the Chit Chatter Podcast Network. For those of you listening in, we hope that you continue to enjoy this week's Champions League quarterfinals first leg, and we hope that our predictions actually run true and are correct, and then hopefully one of us will win a prize that we will hopefully see on camera in person. But for those of you who are also listening and hearing about the Chit Chatter Podcast Network, we just want to advise you on the shows that we actually have, which is the Kopi Bros every Monday morning, at 8 a.m., featuring Milet, Paul, and Brendan, where they talk about different topics and have fun doing it. Also, we have our big game show every Friday, the SG Draft Podcast, where we draft about different topics and have fun doing it. So for the boys here at the Football Kaki and everybody at the Chit Chatter Podcast Network, we thank you for listening in, and we hope for you to join the Kaki every Wednesday, 8 a.m. The champion UEFA champions.
Go get that shit.
Go Milan for the win.
Real Madrid. Okay, that's enough. All right. Thank you, everybody, and have a great week ahead. Enjoy the UEFA Champions League quarterfinals.
Ciao.
Ciao.